to Drive Facebook Live. This is Tony Whistler and my good friend and co-host. And now, see, here's the funny thing is, I cannot say who my co-host is because you wouldn't know which one that was my co-host this week. But my co-host is Bill Escalillo, and
Hi, everyone.
we're here talking with a great guest, um, Dennis Goodhue of Diamond G Repair, and his his coach, Carla Weiss.
I'm
So,
Hi,
an
everybody.
incognito host. I'm
Welcome, guys.
an
Welcome.
incognito. Hello, everybody.
so, hey, Dennis, good to have you on the show, my friend.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and your life and your shop, where it's at, and just give us a little rundown.
Okay. In 1985, I registered a trade name, started Diamond G Repair. And that was from a farming background. We're in Western Colorado, and this is our 40th year of being in business. So
Beautiful.
we're glad to have done that. We've progressed a long ways from a very small shop and almost going broke to a much better position nowadays. In the top 20, love my top 20 group, and been with Drive or Management Success since 2008.
Well, there you go.
Awesome.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we know you've been with us a while when it goes back to before Drive. So that's really good. Very, very good. Now, Carla, you're his
Yes.
coach. You have anything you want to add?
Well, you did a recent expansion, didn't you, Dennis?
Yeah, we've added on twice, and we've added on people, and we've added on systems and all that good stuff. So yeah, we've come a long ways. I remember back in the days when it was all paper, and Carla had to beat me with a whip and a chair to get me to go past that, to use technology to progress and start doing my job instead of everybody else's.
No,
He
there you
was
go.
scary. That's why I had to use a chair and a whip.
Yeah, I get it. So, how many bays do you have now, and how many staff do you have, if you don't
They
mind
have
me
12
asking?
bays, 9
Nice.
technicians, 3 service riders, 2 managers, and Sherry and I are kind of hiding in our own office now, so we're not out working in the business anymore.
Right. Very nice. So you're absolutely in a full stage four. And of course, we always like to joke that you've really hit stage four when you walk out into the front and a customer asks who you are.
Exactly right. And that has happened too.
Yep.
That's the test. So if you've had that happen, then we know you're in a full stage four. So that's really great. Now I heard a really cool story about the expo. You were at our expo in September, so it
Yes.
was really great to see you there. And I heard that you had left the expo a little late because you had to catch a flight and go back to Colorado to have a race. Tell us that story.
Well, I was not going to go to the expo because the race was scheduled before. And then Carla talked me into it, and we worked our way into the awards and where we received an award there. So it was the night before my race. Anyway, we got done with the awards presentations and left at 1 in the morning, flew back to Colorado, got in at 4, and I was on the racetrack for practice at 7 in the morning. So I raced Supercross, off-road motorcycles, and that's what I really enjoy doing. Been doing it since I was 9 years old, so I'm kind of an antique with it, but it worked out good. And I still got home and I didn't die from lack of sleep or anything like that. And I won a third and a fifth in 2 respective classes and finished the season third and fourth. So I was glad to go.
Very good.
Awesome.
Very nice.
So you said you were third and fifth on that day
On that day, yes.
without any sleep, clearly, or the most sleep you
Yeah,
got
but no
was on the
sleep.
plane.
I couldn't
That's
sleep on
pretty
the plane.
amazing.
And my kid, my son picked us up and he gave me an energy drink before, so I didn't get any sleep there either.
Well, for the following week, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those
so
things get a
let's
lot of kick.
That's awesome.
let's talk a little bit about partly why you decided to make it to the expo. That's because you were awarded the Master Elite certification, correct?
That's correct. And I did it the hard way. Like last minute. Thanks, Larry Monroe and Carla, and all of the people here too, because when we got our shop inspection back, there were items, and that's one of the requirements is you must handle all those items, take care of them, and everybody here pitched in and helped me with it, and I was really appreciative of that. So
That's
yeah,
great.
it was great to get Master Elite, and I always want to give a shout out to my top 20 group because we had a lot of awards coming out of our group.
That is
And,
amazing.
and Carolyn is posting the speech, so if you guys want to see the speech or hear the speech rather, I think you see it and hear it.
Yeah,
You
it's there,
you
and
can.
she's linked it in the Facebook page for this Facebook Live. You can find it there. She has a link for it if you want to watch the speech um, that he gave a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
So,
a deja vu. I watched it again, like, oh, did I really do that?
oh, it was
It
wonderful.
was great. It
Yeah, it
was
was a
really
wonderful
great.
speech. So, Bill, you have any questions for Dennis?
Yeah, I'd love to know. It's funny how you said, you did everything last minute, but you really been doing all the work up to that point. It was just a matter of getting it all organized enough to qualify. But you've been doing all the work all along. So, it's a lot that you did, and you did a great job with it. And you just, when you see when people see the list of what it takes to get an award, it is not just an item or two. It is a lot to do. There's a lot of things to do, and you did a really great job with it.
Well, thank you. I know that was my second shop inspection, and when you get one of those, the first one, everything seems so daunting. But fortunately, it was quite a while ago, so we had time to correct all of those, and then the next one made it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's great.
How
Now,
was it receiving that award?
It feels really good, but it's not me. It's the shop. Yeah, maybe I started it, maybe I ran it and all of that, but still it's everybody. I mean, it's a group effort. It has to be, or you don't succeed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So it looks like Kevin Granum is from Mobile Mark is watching, and it looks like Mark Granum and Kevin Reichel is watching. I conflated their two names. I like both those guys so much. I thought I might turn them into one person.
Sorry, I don't have a hot dog for Kevin.
So Kevin says, "Hey."
Hey.
Now, can I just bring up one little point on the speech because I watched it again recently to prepare for the show, and I love the part where you said that being on the Drive program is expensive, but then you told a story from your father, which I thought was beautiful. You said, "My father told me you don't purchase fertilizer, you don't buy it. Now give me that quote again. You don't buy it.
No, fertilizer doesn't cost. It
That's
pays.
Cost, it pays." And I thought that was a beautiful quote. Although I was a little worried that you were you comparing Drive to fertilizer, Dennis?
Yeah.
In its effect, yes. Absolutely. Maybe not in the literal sense of the word.
Okay, good.
Is he saying we stink? I'm not really sure where this is going. We really need you to tell us what you mean.
I just needed to ask about that because I thought it was a beautiful quote because you're right, because there are many things with a business owner is that you think it's a cost, but really it pays. And there's a ton of those kind of things. And I feel like Drive's the same way. And clearly fertilizer is too. So that's good. So any other thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, advertising, everything. I know when I first started, if things got slow, the first thing I cut was my promotion. You should double it instead of cut it. And it's that same type of mentality. It doesn't cost, it pays.
Yep.
When you get slow, you better get out there and beat the drum.
Yep. I love it.
Well, it's interesting too, because with businesses compound money. They don't create it. So you have to put something in to get something out. It's the best way to look at it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So do you race dirt bikes only, or do you race street bikes too?
I ride street, but I don't want to race those. I'll race my dirt bikes instead. And I've slowed down too. I race supercross now instead of motocross. Motocross, I'm old enough that I don't want to be doing fifth gear pinned over a 40-foot jump. The landings, when you screw up, kind of hurt.
I understand. I think. So
Foot slips off the peg. Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
Yes.
what's the distinction just for people that don't really know the art or the actual uh, field? What's the distinction between Supercross and motocross?
Okay, motocross is definitely an outdoor sport. It's a natural terrain track and usually a lot higher speed. You get 50, 60 miles an hour out in the dirt then, and you're trying to do aerials, jumps, all that kind of stuff. Supercross is always in a stadium. Frequently it's indoor, and that's why they call it indoor racing. The National Supercross is almost always inside. It's all man-made jumps. It's all man-made track, and nobody ever gets to practice it. There's no homeboy that's got the track wired that can beat you, even if he's not as good as you are. Everybody has the same chance and the same track, and they've never ridden it before.
Mm. Well, thanks for clearing that up for me because when I turned on and I see a bunch of people on dirt bikes, I just think it's all the same thing.
93 days, Anaheim 1 starts.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
is that in
So
Anaheim, California?
it is. It is. They do 3 or 4 races in Anaheim every year on the national circuit.
Nice, very nice. You were going to say something, Carla?
yeah, don't you have a little track in the back of your property?
Yeah, I've been told by my friends I've got to rebuild it, but yes, I have a track just behind the shop. So if I get too keyed up, I can go ride my bike on my own track.
That's very nice. So tell us about the whole location. Like, what do you have? Is your shop on the same piece of land that you live on, or do you drive to work every day?
Technically, years ago, it was on the same property. Anyway, we're about, well, city limits has moved out. We used to be about 3 miles outside of town. It was on the family farm. In fact, right where the building is now used to be a feedlot, and that's all been changed. And then my house is 200 yards away. So yes, I walk to work. We have a terrible commute. And after visiting New York City to one of the top 20 meetings, he has such a problem. He has no parking, and we can park 150 vehicles there. There's no problem. So we
Nice.
have our advantage. We're out in the country. Montrose is an agricultural, smaller community, but we seem to do just fine with it.
That's great. That's really great. So it looks like Jim Krell's watching and
Hey,
Tim
Jim.
Morlock. So say hi to them.
Oh yeah. Hi, Tim.
Wow,
Very
Tim.
good. Um, hey, you know what? Now would be a good time for a commercial break. Who's taking the commercial break? You taking it, Bill?
Absolutely. Next week, we're going to actually hear and meet a gentleman named Mark Renam, and he owns Mobile Mark. He is going to be coming off a really big achievement. He just got Master of Shop Management Award this year at last month at Expo. So it'll be great to meet him, talk to him, see how he got where he's at right now, what his plans for the future are, and all that sort of thing. So it'll be really good to meet him and see his take on it all.
Very nice. Mark's a great guy, even though I
Yes,
called him
that's what I
Kevin.
hear. I haven't met him yet, but that's what I hear.
No, he's great,
Yes.
great guy. He's a great guy, and he's in Florida. And then Carla, do you want to pitch your heavy duty networking group really quick too?
Oh yes, we actually had our first heavy duty network this Wednesday, rather. And it actually was really good. We had about 12 people, something like that, and we got a really good start. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, and they're ready to go. Actually, we wanted to talk more, but we ran out of time, so we're ready for the next one.
That's always
So,
great. And yeah,
yeah, if
go on.
anybody's heavy duty, make sure you check it out. The next one is on the 12th of November at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time
And you can find it in the
Very
client
nice.
portal. So if you're a client,
on
you
the
can
networking.
go to the client portal and look under networking. You can find it there. It happens once a month, so go for that. That'll be great. Okay, good. So that's all the commercials we have. So back to you, Dennis. Tell us something that happened that was great at the expo. And we've talked about your speech. So if that's the great thing, then we can then do the second great thing because I want to hear about something else that happened at the expo that was wonderful.
The great
It's all
thing I found,
yeah.
it was wonderful, was Drive rolling out a complete package, the shop management system, a CRM system, reputation management, all of that. So I don't know about everybody else, but I'm really looking into it. I like the looks of all of it. I like the idea of having it all tied together, networked together. Top of that, I don't have to do my own stats then. Let somebody else do it.
That's awesome. And then the system works where you like it's easy to move between the different apps because it's one password to get in, and then everything you need, your CRM, your shop management system, your KPIs, your playbook, all of that stuff. And any workshops that you want to sign up for, that's all in the client portal. You can that all register, and all of that is accessible once you're in. So one password, you're in, and of course that software also functions on mobile devices. It's cloud based, so you can, if you're like decide to go to Tahiti and you want to just check and see how your team's doing, you want to check on the KPIs or something, you can just log in. As long as you can get to internet, you can see all that data. So it's a great system. So have now you've been using some of it already. You're like using the KPIs for a while
Oh
now.
yeah.
Any other apps you've been using from us before our launch of the shop management system?
No, I'm dabbling with playbooks, and I found more things to do in that. I need to get my playbooks built. I'm using a lot of the other stuff. I wanted to give a shout out to Ray because I brought most of my crew to the expo, and he did a one-on-one with us on the shop management system, and it was awesome because he answered all our questions, and it took away a lot of the fear of switching. So we're just waiting on that. Other apps, like I say, I know I'm doing the playbooks app. I don't even remember
CRM?
now what else I'm doing.
You doing
No,
the
I'm not doing
CRM
the
at all?
CRM. That's one of the reasons
Okay.
I want to switch is to do all of it.
That's awesome. And Ray is one of the guys that works in the application in our Drive apps. He's part of the Drive apps team, and
Yeah.
he's a great teacher. He's great, just a great guy to
He's
deal with.
really good at what he does,
Yeah,
Tony.
he's
He
very
is
good.
really good. Him and Quinn, they're both very good at what they do. They're very good at explaining stuff and walking you through it and breaking it down so it's easily understood and they don't get too technical where
Right.
they're going to fry your brain when they're trying to explain something to you. So they do a really good job with it, you know?
Yeah. Stop using all those big words like mayonnaise, as I always tell tech guys.
Yeah, yeah. Don't use condiments. No, 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 no. There'll be none of that. No, no, no.
They speak they speak this other language that most techies don't speak called English.
Yes, that's exactly
True.
it.
And I
So
don't
Anyway,
know about,
Dennis, are you going to keep competing? Is that part of your plan?
I hope to be competing at least until I'm 70. We'll see. We need
Very
another
nice.
year or
That's
two
what,
or
another
three.
10 years?
Yeah, wishful thinking.
Well,
Nope. They won't make a 50 plus class for or 60 plus class for me, and they probably won't make a 70 plus class either. So I'll compete with the youngsters and keep trying.
yep.
Dennis, it's
Now,
just way easier to say, "Hey, I'm 50 years old plus 20." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's
that's
it's
right.
just way easier to say that.
But see, you
So
want to tout your age when you're competing in dirt bikes because you are competing with people that are like maybe 10 years younger than you.
or
30.
more,
Yeah,
or
or more.
more.
Yeah, I raced
Yeah.
the 40 plus class too.
Oh,
So
do
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's amazing.
So I'm
Uh,
still having fun. And like, I don't know about Tahiti, but hopefully this year we'll do another trip again. I don't think it'll be to Tahiti, but we've been doing that for 5 years now. So we set a goal for everybody and we meet our goals. We try to go on a shop group trip to somewhere. First 2 years were Hawaii. So that also
and,
helps bring the crew together.
and the last one, you guys went on a Mexican cruise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody had a good time. So it's pretty much up to them now to start picking. The offer was from me. I chose Hawaii. Now it's their turn to figure out where they want to go.
Talk
That's
about
great.
great team building, right? God,
Oh,
I'm ready to
totally.
go back to being a tech.
When
I
Bill's
think
gonna
he
get
has
off
an
the show.
opening. No, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yes,
No,
I didn't
Bill.
say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Bill's chatting him right now in this, secret chat going, "Hey,
yeah.
can I send you over my
Hey,
resume?"
Dennis, what do you need?
I have a lot of applicants. I have a lot of applicants about this time of year. Can we
You
work for
want to be
you?
back on the show, don't you, Dennis? You only
Yeah.
see one application, correct?
Yep.
See, and then you got and it gets pretty cold where you are, right? It's like you're a little south of Denver, right? But it still gets pretty darn cold there, right?
We're actually west of Denver.
Are you?
And yeah, it'll get down. We'll get 0 or below for a week or two. So, but it's
Yeah.
when,
freezing a lot.
when
That's
we
a good
went
time to go to
to
Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. When we went to his shop as part of the top 20 meeting, I mean, we drove from Denver to Montrose, and it's an incredible drive. If you want to do it, I mean, like those mountains and those views are like breathtaking. They're pretty amazing.
And the last 2 weeks with the colors have been gorgeous.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's fall. Larry Goff says that, quote, Dennis is fearless on two wheels, unquote.
But I can't get him to come out and go ride with me. I got a spare bike,
He's-
Larry.
Sounds like he's afraid of you.
Yes.
Hey, youth and talent has nothing on old age and treachery.
And
Tenacity, right?
yeah.
Something like that.
And Tim Morlock says, quote, 70. Yes, you can do it, unquote. So they're all having fun with you guys
As long as my
today.
doctor says so, you bet.
That's it. And it'll keep you young.
Yeah. Keep me young or keep me broken.
Broken. You're like Evil Knievel, yeah. The bones don't mend as quick for Evil when he's like 70
No,
years old.
no, the company I ride for, their motto is stupid hurts.
That is a great motto. That is a great motto. So if you break your arm, you know what you were.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, above
But
my closet, I have one that says live to race another day. So
yeah, there you go.
age
That's
is getting better.
that's a great one. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Because you're Master Elite, we do have one more certification that's
Sustained.
Master Elite Sustained. So what's your plans for going for the full, you know, deal and getting to the very top?
Of course, it's in the works.
Very
It's a
nice.
little recent from the expo, but yeah, we're already talking about it. So yeah, we're going to probably go for that too.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be really great.
It used to be that I didn't care about the awards, and they're not super important now, but it is gratifying when you get recognized that you've accomplished a certain level of excellence.
Yeah, that's true. I had a client who didn't just had no interest in getting awards or being that was not something that was going to drive her to want to actually get the award. But I convinced her that if she gets the award, she'll get the other stuff that she wants,
Mhm.
which is the stuff that she really wanted, which is a successful, prospering shop. And if you go for the award, it's a checklist of things to get done to get to the award. You'll get the thing you really wanted. And she has gotten those awards, and her shop is great. And she was very happy to do it. So it's just so I can see where if you didn't like, how do you feel about the awards now though? Do you feel better about the just the acknowledgement, or do you feel like it's more about getting the shop into the correct condition?
Oh no, it's almost all getting the shop in the correct conditions, yes, but doing the work and putting the time in and setting up the policies, the procedures, the successful actions that'll keep the shop going.
Yeah, very good.
Do you
Very good.
do you feel like there's a difference by actually collecting all the data, putting all the data together, and actually getting the award?
Well, of course, it makes a difference. I would say we all become nose blind in our own shops. We don't know where the problem is at times. It's just like a new customer. They come in and they see your shop for the first time, where you may have tripped over something 30 times and you don't even think about it. It's just part of it. So yeah, having someone else identify things that need looked at, need changed, need modified, that's very, very helpful to know what you need to do.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
funny because it's like when you have teenagers. I don't know if you guys have teenagers, but you have them tell them to clean their room, and you walk in, and there's a sock in the middle of the room, and they're like, "Yeah, my room is clean," and you're like, "There's a sock in the middle of the room." "Oh, I didn't see that."
Or
That
it
happens.
smells like that sock. More importantly, yeah.
But you're right. I mean, like it's very common, where a shop will
Oh
just
yeah.
you're so acclimated to the environment that you don't notice some things that a fresh set of eyes will tell you. So that's
You
true.
know, one thing, Tony, if I could mention it, getting the awards and all that is, the accolades is all great. And of course, getting the shop in the correct conditions all great too. But if you think about it, all of our shops that have awards don't fail. They stay prosperous, they stay profitable, all that sort of thing. And it's exactly what Dennis was saying a few minutes ago. You get the shop in the correct condition to perform and to stay performing. And that's really what it's about. And once that happens, it's just a matter of keeping that going at that point. Rinse and repeat. And that's what it becomes. And people think, well, I don't need that plaque on my wall. The plaque is great, but it's about getting the shop in that correct condition. And you stay profitable, and you stay very profitable.
Yeah.
But you also have to be ready to change with the changing industry and accept the technology and the different markets.
Right. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, how was that journey for you?
Oh, it's been like pulling teeth. I hated technology. I'm a pen and paper guy, but we're we're moving forwards all the time. And in fact, in the background over here, Sherry's been shredding papers. We're going paperless, except for me maybe, but we'll try to get it all paperless. And then doing playbooks. I asked Carla a couple of days ago about, okay, what do I even put in this part of my playbooks? And after I got a little guidance there, I've already found 4 or 5 things that I want to put in files that I didn't know that I needed or didn't even know that I wanted. So I've been working with that. So you have to progress with it because your customers are progressing too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And your competitors are as well.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing, see, that was the thing too. Like, if you need that guidance to know why it's useful, like that's how I was too. I was a lot like you, Dennis. I was a Luddite till I got into the computer business. But like, I gotta say, I didn't have the vision early on of what are we gonna do with this thing? Like in 1985, like I'm like, this is cool, a computer, but what are we going to do with it? Like, people had such incredible vision, and now we're living it, and these people knew what they wanted. They could see the future. I wasn't able to see that future. I didn't know, and now I see. I like, oh yeah, I get it. So especially when you're dealing with apps, like, how am I going to use this? That's a very valid question to ask, right? Like, how can I put this into use for my shop? And we can show you and tell you how to do that. And Carla is the best at that. Like, with her clients, she can very much tell you exactly why you need it and how you're going to use it to make your life better.
Well, just like when you rolled out the AI boost. I need to get a hold of Phil and we need to progress there. I don't even know enough about it to talk about it, but I'll get my education and we'll move on with that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. So does anybody else have any questions for Dennis? Wow, we're quiet today. Dennis, Dennis, you got any final thoughts before we call it a day?
Well, like I said at the expo, if you're not in a top 20 group, I would urge everybody to try to meet the requirements and get into one. Very helpful. People in that group are just awesome. You become good friends, become great friends. You talk about business, but the better you get to know each other. We even talk about all of our personal stuff too. So it's great.
Oh, that's great. So that's like when you talk about, you're saying you guys are really open communication. You guys a real group then that's really helping each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Plus, we spend time with each other at least 3 times a year.
That's wonderful. You're talking about the top 20 meeting and the expo. What's the third one?
2 top 20 meetings.
2 top 20 meetings. Very nice.
We're going to have one pretty soon here in a couple of weeks.
Which is awesome. We'll get to visit like 9 shops, something like that, a whole bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to be Dan, our other great host of this show, Dan Vasquez. You guys are doing it at his shop, right?
His shop, but we'll get to visit other shops in the area because they're relatively close. So that's something that we don't get a chance to do very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to call it a day. So for everybody here at Drive Facebook Live, have a great week, and we will see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Bye.